Hello everyone, so in this video we are going to discuss some of the important MCQs for UPSC and RBI Grade B examination from Economic Survey and Budget 2021. So the first question of today says, which of the following is not among the 6 pillars of Union Budget 2021-22? A says physical and financial capital and infrastructure. B says inclusive development for aspirational India. C says clean environment for sustainable future, and D says innovation and R&D. So basically, if you have not gone through the union budget, then you must and you should be knowing what are the 6 pillars of union budget this year, because the question might come. So the answer for this will be C, that is clean environment for sustainable future is not among that. What are the pillars? The first one is health and well-being, second one is physical and financial capital and infra, then the third one is inclusive development for aspirational India, fourth one is reinvigorating human capital, fifth is innovation and R&D, and the last, that is sixth, is minimum government, maximum governance. This is important. Now come to second question. It says the Economic Survey of India is released by which of the following department? So all of these are Department of Finance Ministry. A says Department of Expenditure, B says Department of Economic Affairs, C says Department of Financial Services, while D says Department of Revenue. So the answer for this will be Department of Economic Affairs, and if you will open the economic survey, on the very first page the name of this department has been written. Now come to third question. It says Budget 2021 has approved the setting up of National Institution for One Health. So the government is going to set up the National Institution for One Health. So where it will be set up? This is the question. A says Pune, B says Hyderabad, C says Nagpur, and D says Chennai. So the answer for this will be Nagpur, and as you can read in the snippet, One Health Center coming up at Nagpur to help animal origin diseases. So what are they called actually? They are called zoonotic diseases, यानी कि जो भी disease animal से spread हो जाता है इंसानों को, उसको हम नाम देते हैं zoonotic disease का. An example of that are coronavirus, then Nipah virus, then monkey fever or Casanur forest disease, and then rabies virus. Now the fourth one says the Mitra scheme announced in the budget 2021 is related to which of the following? A says Ministry of Finance, B says Education Ministry, C says Ministry of Textile, and D says MSME Ministry. So the correct answer for this will be Ministry of Textile. So if you will go through the budget of this year, you might be knowing all the answers. So it says the government has proposed a scheme for mega investment textile park to enable textile industry to become globally competitive, attract large investments, boost employment generation and export. So the fifth question says consider the following about the national asset monetization pipeline announced in the union budget. So you might have heard about National Infrastructure Pipeline. Here it talks about National Asset Management Pipeline. So A says it is a scheme for investment in fintech sector. B says the main objective is to make India less cash economy. C says under this the government will disinvest CPSCs. D says it will integrate various transactions through common channel. So the answer for this will be under this the government is planning to disinvest CPSCs, that is Central Public Sector Enterprises. As you can see in the snippet, it says Modi said it is not necessary or possible for the government to remain the owner of so many CPSCs. The government has set up an ambitious disinvestment target of 1.75 trillion for financial year 2022. So this figure is very important. The target is 1.75 trillion. So a question might come from this also. Now come to sixth question. It says Union Budget 2021 proposed to amend the Deposit Insurance and Credit Guarantee Corporation Act. which of the following is incorrect about this? So this is very important question because a question might come in your RBI grade B or UPSC. A says the Indian banking system now has a much better safety net for depositors of failed institutions. B says the depositors of a failed bank in India could now claim up to rupees 5 lakh through DICGC. And C says the government has transferred 51% of stakes of DICGC from RBI to itself. And D says DICGC ensures saving fixed, current and recurring deposits. So the incorrect one here will be C option, that is the government has not transferred the stakes of DICGC from RBI to itself. Rather, it is a totally owned RBI subsidiary. This is important. It is 100% owned by RBI. Now, these are also important points. After this amendment, the depositor in a failed bank will get at least 5 lakh rupees from DICGC. Previously, he was getting just 1 lakh rupee. So, this is important. And here one more point which is important I think is, अगर एक ही बैंक में आपने 3-4 अकाउंट खुलवाए हुए हैं तो उन सारों को एक ही अकाउंट कंसिडर किया जाएगा और वो सारे के लिए आपको अलग अलग से 5 लाख नहीं मिलेंगे, यानी 25 लाख नहीं मिल जाएंगे, आपको पूरा मिला के 5 लाख मिलेगा. दिस इज ऑल्सो इम्पॉर्टेंट, आपको फंसा सकते हैं. नाउ कम टू 7th क्वेश्चन. ये बोलता है विच आर द फॉलोइंग आर इनकरेक्ट अबाउट फाइनेंशियल स्टेबिलिटी एंड डेवलपमेंटल काउंसिल. A बोलता है the idea for its creation was first mooted by Raghuram Rajan committee. B says the chairperson of the committee is the finance minister. C says it is super regulatory body of financial regulators. D says it also includes members from NABARD and NHB, that is National Housing Bank. So here, as you might be knowing, this committee was first mooted by Raghuram Rajan committee in the year 2008, and during those times the finance minister of the country was Pranab Mukherjee, and the chairperson of the committee is finance minister, which is correct. It is super regulatory body of financial regulators, this is also correct. And basically इसके जो पार्ट होते हैं, आपको RBI होता है, फिर SEBI होता है, IRDA होता है, या जो भी रेगुलेटर्स हैं हमारे यहाँ वो इसके मेंबर्स होते हैं. और डी ऑप्शन जो है इट ऑल्सो इंक्लूड्स मेंबर्स फ्रॉम नबार्ड एंड NHB जो है ये इनकरेक्ट हो जाएगा. नाउ कम टू 8th क्वेश्चन. ये भी थोड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट है क्योंकि ये इकोनॉमिक सर्वे में इसका मेंशन है, तो हो सकता है आपको इनडायरेक्टली क्वेश्चन कर दे. पहला बोलता है RBI इज अ मेंबर ऑफ बैंक फॉर इंटरनेशनल सेटलमेंट, जो कि ट्रू है. Then B says the Financial Stability Board is hosted by BIS, that is Bank for International Settlement. तो ये भी सही है. तो Financial Stability Board जो है वो न सिर्फ hosted होता है BIS द्वारा, बल्कि उसका जो फंडिंग होता है वो भी बैंक फॉर इंटरनेशनल सेटलमेंट करता है. C कहता है द BIS रिलीजेस ग्लोबल फाइनेंशियल स्टेबिलिटी रिपोर्ट, जो कि इनकरेक्ट हो जाएगा और यही हमारा आंसर हो जाएगा, क्योंकि ग्लोबल फाइनेंशियल स्टेबिलिटी रिपोर्ट जो है दैट इज रिलीज बाय IMF, इंटरनेशनल मॉनेटरी फंड. एंड अगेन जस्ट फाइनेंशियल स्टेबिलिटी रिपोर्ट अगर आता है तो वो किसके द्वारा रिलीज होगा, वो होगा RBI द्वारा. यानी कि इंडिया का जो फाइनेंशियल स्टेबिलिटी रिपोर्ट निकलता है वो RBI निकालता है, जबकि ग्लोबल फाइनेंशियल स्टेबिलिटी रिपोर्ट जो है वो IMF निकालता है. And the Financial Stability Board was established after G20 London Summit. This is also important. So this was all for today. In our next video, we are going to see some of the facts about the Basel norms and also some of the questions which are important from economic survey.